Good afternoon and welcome to FinanTV. This is Coach Greb live here in our studio today. I have the joy and the pleasure and the honor to welcome in our studio somebody, a great candidate for Gwinnett County. We have here Mr. Phillip Bonton, who is a candidate for the tax commission position. So tonight he's in our studio. We're gonna ask him a few questions. As you all know, the key question is gonna be, why do you want to become tax commissioner in this great county of Gwinnett? And so tonight I want to introduce you to the man. Good afternoon, Mr. Bonton.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. And I appreciate you having me on the show today.
Well, today we're here in this studio because I would like to really ask you a few questions regarding your I would say, your ambition of becoming a tax commissioner in Gwinnett County. So quickly, let me ask you, who are you? For people who don't know you, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, my name is Phillip Bonton. I'm your candidate for Gwinnett County Tax Commissioner. I bring my background in investment finance and also asset management with a focus on legal and compliance trainings, which is to mitigate risks and also to reduce operating events. So that what that also entails is me working with lawyers and attorneys in these asset management companies and also investment finance to build trainings around the laws, rules, and regulations when it comes to financial crimes.
So basically what you're saying is that you are more in the compliance side of the business, mean like overseeing, administration of policies. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And in this regard, I work with the lawyers and attorneys to mitigate risks and reduce operating events with companies over $10 trillion in assets.
Well, that's great. So for people who don't know what it is to be a tax commissioner, what does it mean? Tax commission, what does it entail? What is the meaning of that?
Yeah, so the tax commissioner is the elected official who is responsible for billing, collecting, and dispersing all money across the county. So if you're a property owner or a business owner or also a car owner who also pays ad valorem taxes, that money is collected and dispersed across the county to keep the county afloat. So you talk about the different departments within the county, your district attorney's office, your sheriff's department, your schools, your libraries, your roads, your police department, your fire department, EMS, all of that money is allocated across these different departments.
So, and that's the job of the tax commissioner. It doesn't mean that the tax commissioner has oversight on, what is it, on the collection side? Is it also on the distribution side? But where do you impact the process?
Yeah, so the tax commissioner disperses that money into different departments like I mentioned. The tax commissioner is also responsible for administering the homestead exemptions as well too.
Sorry for interrupting you, but I'm a homeowner, so I would like to know more about that. So if I'm not happy with my bill, whom do I call? You, right?
Well, the tax commissioner role is to only bill, collect, and disperse the money across the counties. So you got the board of commissioners who are responsible for setting the tax rate in the county.
Okay.
And also they work in conjunction with the board of assessors to pretty much determine the assessment values of the homes. But the tax commissioner is also the one to determine the homestead exemptions. They send those out or whatever. If you're not happy with your homestead or your property tax bill, you can appeal that with the tax commissioner's office 45 days after you receive your tax
45
bill.
days, and we want to know this. If you don't know, if you get a large bill like mine, and you really not very happy, like I'm not now, call the office of the tax commissioner within 45 days. That's correct, right?
You have 45 days to appeal.
Okay, to appeal. Well, I know this is a big job, especially when we look at Gwinnett County. Gwinnett County, I would say one of, if not the largest county in Gwinnett, in Georgia.
Correct.
So that means that's a big job.
Yes, Gwinnett County is the second largest county in the state of Georgia, with it being the #1 diverse county in the state. We have 1 million people in Gwinnett County, and it's constantly evolving as well too. Out of the 1 million people in Gwinnett County, we have about 800,000+ registered vehicles.
All right. 800 vehicles. And how many registered voters we have in this county? Do you know any?
I think we have about 600,000 registered voters.
That's a large number.
That's from my last understanding. So it could have increased a little bit, may have decreased, but it's around those numbers.
Absolutely. Now, you hear that there are 600 voters, meaning that your voice count, as I said earlier, your vote, your voice. If you don't vote, somebody going to vote in your state, but that person not going to vote on your account. It will be for his own interest. That's why it's important that you vote. 600,000 voters, that's a large number. I hope you're among those people. And you need to exercise that right. Don't play with it. That's why we're here today. We want to call on you to say, don't sit on that. That's the only way you can impact things in this county. This is your county. And you can't sit around and say, well, I'm not interested. That's politics. It's not politics. It's you, your decision. And that's why Mr. Bonton is here today. It's not just about him. It's about your voice. So, I mean, we're going to continue this conversation. Now, Mr. Bonton, I say Gwinnett County is a large county. So, I mean, looking at you, you look young, and that doesn't mean that you have less experience. But what do you bring into the table? What do you already know about this industry?
Yes, so on top of that, like I mentioned, my background is investment finance and also asset management. So you talk about understanding the laws, rules, and regulations around financial crime, such as tax evasion, embezzlement, fraud, counterfeiting, and also data privacy and protection, just to name a few. So my biggest 3 platforms that I'm running on are tax savings, innovation, and independence.
Tax saving, innovation, and independence.
Correct.
Now, send that quickly to the question. So how would that impact me as a citizen of Gwinnett County, as a voter of Gwinnett County?
Yes, so being in Gwinnett County, we have a lot of people who own homes and businesses and also cars in Gwinnett County. And as we look at inflation going up, everything is high right now. Taxes are high. Even going to the grocery stores right now to buy food is also high.
Absolutely.
Gas is also high as well, and also interest rates. So to be able to survive, you talk about living life locally, that's the most important thing. And it's always important to know who you're going to elect as your next representative. And what I mean by representative, people who you're going to elect in office to pretty much do the work on your behalf.
Absolutely. So basically, I vote for you. But what change will you bring about? I mean, how would I see those changes? How would you really, what will you implement? What do you plan to implement as you come as a tax commissioner in Gwinnett County?
Yeah, so my platform is not just tax savings, but it's also innovation. And what I would like to see is implementing a system or a program to pretty much streamline processes. So what that entails is making sure we have some type of systematic database in place that you can see your assessment values. So that means when you get your assessment bill in the mail or whatever, you can pretty much go to a place where you can pretty much get that resolved ASAP to resolve any discrepancies, such as any type of misaligned figures that do not align with any other type of database when it comes to your property tax value. Then on top of that, my third platform being Empowering Independence, that would be my outreach program. Never in the history of the Gwinnett County Tax Commissioner's Office had it had an outreach program before. And that program is to pretty much have people to learn the values of how to build a business, how to build business credit, and also how to invest as well too. Because I think it's necessary, because when I used to work in asset management, I remember they laid off over 500 people. And I was on LinkedIn over the holidays back in November time, in December time, and you had people on LinkedIn pretty much talking about how they've been unemployed for the last 8 to 9 months. And they had their Zelles and their Cash Apps on LinkedIn. Now, as we know, LinkedIn is a professional networking site where you got former colleagues and future colleagues on there, right? Now, you would think people's first targeted action would reach out to their own friends and their family members, such as Facebook and also Instagram, to let people know, hey, I'm going through a financial hardship right now. Could you please donate? So, as we learn, it's a tough job market right now.
It is.
And nothing is ever guaranteed. So people had a business, right? A legitimate business with business credit, they have a different avenue in terms of staying afloat, all right? Because as we also know, unemployment is also short-lived as well too.
Absolutely.
When you file for unemployment, you may get approved, you may get denied. And as we know, the average cost per week with unemployment is about $330 something every single week, times 4 weeks. The average person in the metro Atlanta area rents, and the average rent in Atlanta, Georgia is about $1,600 and some,
I mean, that money can even go anywhere at all.
Exactly, because if you talk about $330 times 4, that's a little bit over $1,200 a month, right? So you're still going to be short the $1,600 for your rent. How you still gonna pay your car payment,
How you gonna eat?
your car insurance, you're gonna get groceries, gas, so on and so on, right? So we got to start learning to be independent, all right? Have a legitimate business in place because the future of the finance world isn't even guaranteed.
Absolutely.
They're going to do away with 401ks, all right? Because even think about it now, when most people invest in the 401k, right? All right, they can pull that money, but if you pull your money from your 401k before the age of 59 and a half, you're penalized 20%.
Absolutely.
You're penalized. And on top of that, they're already saying that Social Security won't be a thing in the future, right? So we got to learn to start investing now.
Investing now.
Investing now because the job market right now is tough. It's a tough competitive market right now because everyone is looking for a job.
Absolutely.
It's not just one person that got a unique skill set, but there are many people out here with the same degrees out here, same level of skill set or whatever. So what really sets people apart? You got these high-end companies like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, so many other companies as well to hire for the same exact position, right? But it's a tough job market. So in the midst of trying to look for work and try to keep money coming in, right? That's why it's good to have a business to kind of, keep some cushion until,
I like this idea because this gives you also the power of ownership. You have control over your business, and as I mentioned somewhere, when you have a business, you can transfer it. You can't transfer your job. So I believe that it's a great point to mention because a lot of people just run after the job market. So let me come back to your role in the community. I know you're also a community leader. You've been a community activist, and that's really what motivates you to do this because you've already done it, and you want to show now at a higher level how you can impact this community. Now, can you people probably may not know you, how this is translating to what you already did in the past, and how the two connect. This job of tax commissioner.
Yeah, so I used to lead community outreach with the Gwinnett County Solicitor's Office. And that office is the office that prosecutes all misdemeanor crimes in state court in Gwinnett County. And on top of that, I'm also a graduate of the Gwinnett County Citizens Police Academy as well, too.
Wow.
So I serve my community in conjunction while still working in investment finance and also asset management as well, too.
So basically, you graduated from the police academy in Gwinnett.
Correct.
You work for the solicitor's office in Gwinnett County.
Yes.
You work in investment banking and investment different areas, and now you're bring all that experience to serve your community.
Absolutely.
I want you to talk to the person who's listening to you now. Tell that person why that person should go today. Is it today? Tell them that person when that person needs to go and pick up that ticket on that ballot and vote for you. Why?
Yeah, so we are a few days away from the primary election being on Tuesday, May 21st, and we have a few days left until the end of early voting being on Friday, May 17th. And I'm asking for your vote because I'm the most experienced candidate. I'm already doing the work. I'm already involved in the communities. And I have an initiative not just for the citizens of Gwinnett County as being adults, but also for youth as well, too. Well, my goal is to partner with the schools to pretty much have programs in place to teach people how to build a business, how to invest, and also how to build business credit as well, too, because we need thriving businesses in Gwinnett County. You think about the different communities in Gwinnett County, like you think about the Asians who own a lot of businesses in Duluth. Think about going down Pleasant Hill Road, and there are a lot of businesses that got their own languages in the Korean language, for an example. You go to a place like Lilburn and Lawrenceville, you got a lot of Muslims who own gas stations and convenience stores and also restaurants as well, too. So you're talking about Gwinnett County being the most diverse county in the state of Georgia. My role as tax commissioner is to build a more inclusive county, a more inclusive environment where we can thrive and be able to make an impact as tax commissioner.
Well, Mr. Bonton, can you tell me when I need to go to vote?
Yes, the election date is on Tuesday, May 21st. The polls are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Again, the last day of the early vote is this Friday, May 17th, with the election date, like I said, being Tuesday, May 21st. But on the early vote, the last day of the early vote is on May 17th from the hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And where can I go to vote?
Yes, so on election day, you should go to my voter page, which is mvp.sos.ga.gov to find your polling location on the election date. But for early voting, they got 10 polling locations that you can vote at, such as the Gwinnett County parks. And there are quite a few, such as Shorty Howe Park in Duluth. They also got George Pierce Park in Swanee, and they got a few other places as well, like Lenora Park in Snellville, so on and so on.
So basically, if you want to go to vote, you need to do it now. You can even do it right now, meaning by Friday you can still vote. If you can't do it, please go and make your voice heard. And that will be on Tuesday, May the 21st. If you don't know what it is, pick up your phone, your iPad, and look for your iPhone and look for a location that may be at a park somewhere. Well, Mr. Bonton, this has been a joy having you here, talking to you about, about election. I'm so thrilled to see you, coming to do this, and I'm calling everybody really to support this movement. Young people coming to make a difference. It's not about age; it's about experience, and it's also about dedication. You want to do this to bring about change. And that's why I'm very, very, I would say, fortunate to have you today to talk about the election day. And I wish you the best. I want to come and see you at the office of our new tax commissioner in Gwinnett County, Mr. Bonton, Phillip Bonton. Thank you so much. Any last word you want to say before we leave?
Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm asking for your vote May 21st, 2024. Let's make an impact. Let's make a difference. I am running to bring a fresh perspective, and I'm running to make an impact in the community to really just bring about change. Thank you so much.
Well, folks, thank you very much for the time you gave us to listen to this short interview with Mr. Bonton, our future tax commissioner in Gwinnett County. That's my wish for him. And so thank you so much, Mr. Bonton, for being here today. And I'll see you shortly. I see you on Celebration Day. Why not?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This was Coach Greb live on FinanTV. Watch us live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on any platform that you can find where we do TV. Thank you, and I see you in the next video.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.